I pray that though you've known God for a very long time, I pray that you come to the re-understanding and interpretation of scriptures. One of the problems we have is people are so locked up in what they've been taught before that they don't want to know what is the truth. What they taught you is true, but it's not the truth. Here, I present the truth to you. Verse 17. Therefore, after they finished talking about Jesus, the reason they talked about Jesus in verse 16 was because they want to talk about us. Because he's the first fruit. He's the firstborn. So they talked about him so we can understand what they are talking about. So in verse 17, they refer to us. He said, therefore, if any person, I love amplified because other versions say if any man. So women are wondering whether it is man with trouser or man with skirt. The amplified made it simple. Therefore, if any person is engrafted in Christ, don't be in a hurry. The word engraft is either spelled as I-N-graft or E-N-graft. The word engraft is the same as the word graft. The word engraft is same as the word implant. The word implant talks about the word within and the word restricted. So when the Bible said if any man is in Christ, engrafted, it said if any man is restricted to Christ. You know, anytime we hear any man in Christ, people are confused. How can I be in Christ? Is when you are able to isolate yourself. With God alone, all things are possible. So how will you go to school? Christ. How will you get married? Christ. Some people go to school with Christ, but when it comes to marriage, they do it on their own. No, you are not engrafted. When you're engrafted, you know that the God who has started it is able to finish it. When you're engrafted, you know that God cannot lie. When you're engrafted, you know that you need to thank God at all times, no matter the circumstance. When you're engrafted, you know that Jesus is through the Son of God. You know very well that this Christ cannot bring you halfway and abandon you. You just know that something will happen. You know. All these years, we've interpreted this place. Some people have been confused. So when a man is in Christ Jesus, somebody said, I confessed him when I came out of water. No. If a man is engrafted, anytime you look for him, you find him in Jesus. Even if he's in the company of people, he is only a man inside Christ in the midst of people. He cannot get to his family and he's no longer the engrafted man. There's no sentiment that takes him away from being the engrafted man. He looks into the eyes of the father and mother, brothers and sisters, and tells them it is Jesus first. He is not moved. Like Abraham, he does not waver in unbelief. He knows and he knows and he knows, like he knows. He will always know and believe that God is the ultimate. He knows. Therefore, if any person is engrafted in Christ, the Messiah, he is a new creation. A new creature altogether. I love this. If any man is in Christ. Okay? It's not if any man has been in church for 30 years. That's why if a native doctor walks into Christ today, it can become greater than you that have been born in church all your life. It's not the church you attend. It is where you are. Christianity is a state. It is not the place. Am I talking to anyone? I don't care how many forms you filled and they ask you religion, you put Christianity. Some people are here to fill those forms, but they are engrafted.